If you or a loved one has cancer but feel lost, and you don't understand the diagnosis, the treatment options, the side effects of treatment, or have other questions on your mind, then online oncology is the best place to find the right answers. Through a series of videos, we will help you every step of the way. Now let's get started with today's topic.
Welcome everybody, this is Dr. Riaz and welcome to another episode of Be Smart, Fight Strong series of videos that we are making for the cancer patients. And today our topic is how to cope with the stress and anxiety. This is the second part. If you have not seen the first part, make sure you see the first part because I have discussed many important tips and tricks that you can apply in your life and keep your stress and anxiety level down so that you can focus on the things that really matter. So let's dive right into it. So my first tip today is that to seek knowledge. If you have all the knowledge that you need, it will keep your stress level down. Now, cancer is a complicated diagnosis. The treatments are very complicated. The prognosis is very hard to gauge because it's dependent on so many variables. However, one common denominator is that the more knowledge you have about your situation, the more control you're gonna have in this fight against cancer, and the more control you're gonna have, the lesser your stress level gonna be. Therefore, my advice is that you seek knowledge from authentic sources as much as you can to get more and more control over your cancer understanding so that you can make the best decision for yourself. If you don't know about any situation or any particular area about your cancer, you need to ask questions because that knowledge that you know you are missing gonna give you a lot of stress. Therefore, seeking the knowledge is the key. Then my second tip today is that you need to make sure that you are eating proper diet, you are taking proper sleep that your body needs. If you are not sleeping properly, your stress level gonna go through the roof because you're gonna feel tired. Therefore, all these basic human needs, proper eating, proper sleeping, some type of exercise, these little things are very important to keep the stress level down. My next advice on how to keep the stress and anxiety in check is that always express your feelings. Always have that network of family members and friends that you can express your feelings to. It's hey, if you want to curse it out, that relieve a lot of stress. Works for me sometimes. Make sure that you are not keeping your feelings to yourself. In fact, you are always expressing your feelings. My next advice would be that never lose sight of all the positive things in your life. It could be your family, it could be your good education level, it could be your academic achievements, it could be good friends, it could be a good doctor like myself. Therefore, you need to focus on the positive things in your life and that suppress the negative emotions in you. And you always need to be mindful that you are very blessed and you have a lot of things in your life to be thankful for. And your focus should be on those things. And when you're gonna focus on the positives in your life, your negative emotions gonna remain suppressed. And that's gonna reduce your stress and anxiety levels a whole lot. My next tip would be that always keep a positive attitude. There is always something positive about every situation in life, no matter how horrible that situation looks at first sight. So your job is to find that positive thing in everything that to a normal person seems to be negative. You need to do this exercise day in and day out and always try to find something positive in everything that you encounter every day in your life. My next advice would be that try to be close to nature. There is something calming about being close to nature. If you need to have a walk on a scenic ocean, or if you live by seaside, try to go there, try to go out, try to see the beauty of the nature. There is something magical about that that's gonna keep your stress level way down. Therefore, being close to nature is always a very healthy therapy for brain. My next advice would be for you to use the technique of visualization. Now let me explain what that is. You have an idea of what your ideal life would be. And I want you to think about that ideal life. Stay in that happy state of mind. That happy state of mind is going to release the good hormones in your brain, which are going to alter your thought process and alter your mood. Therefore, use that technique of visualization where you are thinking everything about your life that makes you happy and that makes you think positive. And keep exercising this technique as often as you want every single day. And use this technique to divert your attention from all the negative emotions and thoughts. The next advice I would like to give you is that try acupuncture. Now, there is some data about acupuncture about improving some of the quality of life scores, including keeping the stress and anxiety level down. So if you have never tried that before, and if other tricks are not working good enough, this is something that I will recommend trying. Not everything works on everybody, but if nothing else is working, it's worth giving a shot. My next advice would be that try to eliminate the negative people in your life. And sometimes it's a very hard thing to do because you may be in a very close relationship. That negative person might be a family member. But you need to stay away from negativity. You need to create an environment that those negative people around you do not get a chance to express their negativity to you. If you're gonna give them a chance to express their negativity, guess what? You're gonna feel very negative and bad, and your mood is gonna be down and your stress level is gonna be very high. Therefore, as much as you can, try to avoid those negative people around you. The next advice I would like to give you is talk to other people who are cancer survivors, who have been in your shoes, who have gone through the similar treatments and who have the same journey as you, but who had good outcomes. Because you got to focus on the positives, and there is nothing like hearing a story from a survivor. You need to find them, those survivors, those people in the support groups or at other forums, and those people are all around, and those people will be more than happy to talk to you. You have to express your feelings to them. There is always something different about talking to a person who has been there, who has done all that. A doctor cannot replace the impact that you're gonna get from another survivor who has fought the same fight as you. Therefore, try to reach out to those people and listen to their story. My next advice to keep your stress level down would be that don't be shy to ask for help. If you are suffering from something and you are not asking for help, sometimes it's hard for people around you to understand your particular need or question. Therefore, you need to be reaching out to them and asking for help. Therefore, never be shy to ask for help. It is okay. There are a lot of people who are willing to help. There are a lot of resources in the community that are in place for you. Your job is to express yourself. Therefore, never be shy to ask for help. Now, my final advice will be that if despite using all these tips and tricks, you are not finding any relief from the stress and anxiety, and you are still feeling overwhelmed, then you should seek out a consultation with a psychiatrist and a psychologist. And this is actually very important. Me being a doctor of medicine, a doctor who has studied science, I will highly recommend that you seek pharmacologic options when nothing else is working. Everything I have discussed so far in my previous video and this video on how to keep your stress and anxiety level down is all about behavioral changes that you can make and all those little tips and tricks that you can use in your daily life. However, sometimes the depression, anxiety, and the stress is huge. These tricks don't work. In those situations, it is very important for you to see an expert. There are a lot of medicines with very good therapeutic effects to stabilize your mood. And it is okay to use them when you really need them. There is no shame in it. If you are a cancer patient or if you are a caregiver, make sure that you are properly evaluated and you have taken the guidance from an expert, which are the psychiatrist and the psychotherapist, because they can make a huge difference. Remember, you have a goal to beat the cancer. You have a goal to fight this war. You have a goal to put up your best fight, and every help in any aspect that you need to be going out and seeking that. That's all I have today. As always, I would love to listen any tips and tricks that you may have applied in your life and that have helped you, and you can feel free to reach out to me and tell me those tips and tricks so that I can apply and educate other people who can benefit from that. Thank you.
We hope you find this video helpful. The more knowledge you have and the more informed you are about your condition, the better decisions you can make about your health. Please spread the message to other people that may also benefit from this knowledge. We have covered several topics about cancer care in other videos. To learn more about these, visit our website, www.onlineoncology.com. You can also visit our Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram, and follow us on Twitter on onlineoncology.com. Be smart, fight strong.